You know, they say sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war. And with AMD's latest announcement, well, that could very much signal the end for AMD Radeon graphics cards. Let's talk about it. AMD has been in a nearly 18-year struggle against NVIDIA, their top competitor over in the GPU space. And AMD has decided that, well, we can't keep up anymore and we're going to shift focus. Back in the day, back in 2006 or the mid-early 2000s, it was ATI Technologies, the company that curated the Radeon brand in 2006. It was officially phased out in 2010, about 2 years after AMD acquired them for a smooth $5.4 billion. After 18 years, do you think it's paid off? So in a 2024 earnings call, Dr. Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, announced that their graphics cards, the upcoming RDNA 4 graphics cards, will focus on AI features. On top of that, quite naturally, which we should come to expect with newer generation graphics cards, we're also going to see improved gaming performance over, current RDNA 3 graphics cards. That's the RDNA 7000 series of graphics cards. So not only will we see improved gaming performance, we're also going to see better ray tracing, if that's even really a thing. Might be non-existent for most AMD users, as it's already a very shrinking group of gamers that actually game on Radeon AMD based graphics cards. If you look over on the Steam survey at any given month, for the most part, you'll be hard pressed to find AMD graphics cards in the top 20 or even quite possibly top 50, graphics cards used by gamers, at least that are registered and participating in the Steam survey. And not only does this announcement signals a change for AMD, or a focus, say, from gaming hardware over to AI, says a lot about the arms race, or the silicon race, you will, between NVIDIA and AMD. Yeah, Intel kind of entered the race a little bit late, but for the most part, it's always been against Radeon and NVIDIA, AMD Radeon versus NVIDIA. And with this change in focus for AMD, kind of signals them waving the white flag, being that they never really stood a chance against NVIDIA and the quality or the prime level of graphics cards NVIDIA has to offer, and the fact that gamers are willing to pay a premium to have that ultra, gaming experience, which NVIDIA is also no stranger to using AI to boost gaming performance, or say to improve ray tracing, if you will. But this is new territory for AMD, being that they're going to primarily focus on AI. And this is an overall trend we're starting to see in the gaming industry, in terms of, manufacturers trying to get the most out of their silicon, or get the most out of applications to improve performance in their games or ray tracing. And that's not even the most disturbing part about this whole entire announcement from AMD. Let's just point out a quick fact here, and that's AMD is real heavy or prominent in the data center, and that's their primary, customer base, which accounts for more than 50% of its overall revenues. Dr. Su also pointed out that their gaming sector only contributes about 2% of AMD's overall revenues, and are now a much lesser concern for the company, as the mainstream focus will shift towards AI. So yes, 2% of AMD's revenue comes from selling gaming graphics cards. 2%. That's an insane low percentage of gamers. I think over in NVIDIA, it might be somewhere the same, but as you can see, where AMD, from a business perspective, you can see why AMD shifting over to AI to improve, high performance AI application makes the most sense for them in terms of profitability. Now, where does that leave AMD, gamers, or Radeon gamers who look towards AMD's, regular announcements and releasements offering budget-friendly GPUs at a, conscience-friendly price, something that's 20-30% lower than what the cost of an entry-level NVIDIA graphics card might run you. But where does that leave gamers who, relied on AMD's offerings in that sector? With them focusing or concentrating on AI, where will this lead games in the future, right? Because this being an ongoing trend, remains to be seen if it's going to withstand. Are we moving away from pure rasterization, right, over to relying on AI for, resolution upscaling or dynamic upscaling, things like that. Similar technologies that consoles use. Are we moving in that direction for custom PC hardware? I sincerely hope not. And while AMD did say that we will see RDNA 4 graphics cards in 2025, early 2025, and other similar products like handheld or mobile or Z1 chips, we're going to see RDNA 4 and the whole lineup of family of graphics cards or chips in 2025. And while this will ensure AMD stays in the gaming market or have graphics cards they can offer to gamers, again targeting that budget conscious or budget friendly price entry, this announcement or this signal, this change for AMD also shows that it's not going to be their top priority, at least anymore. But if you're no stranger here to this channel, you know we find relevancy in older or legacy hardware. AMD's announcement, kind of portrays their direction for the future. But graphics cards from Polaris, high Polaris like RX 580 and RX 590 on up, 5000 series RDNA 1 and RDNA 2 and 3 graphics cards all still have plenty of silicon left to offer. So picking one up on the used market could be a best option for you. AMD going in this direction with focusing on AI doesn't exclude the significance that their previous cards or current generation cards could have, say for system integrators or, for gamers who are looking to upgrade or get into PC gaming altogether. This is also kind of troublesome because if NVIDIA has the perception that they really have no true competitor, what will this do for GPU pricing all the way down from the lower end to the very high end? But with this move or with this change with AMD, kind of looks like they're trying to align themselves or position themselves as the, forerunners or to dominate the AI sector as it's beginning to take off in a lot of different technologies from, handheld devices, laptops, consoles, and what have you. AI is kind of taking over on the gaming scene. And again, it looks like AMD is looking to be market leaders in the AI sector. So they're going ahead and kind of announcing where their priorities are going to lie. And with that, this also indicates, or it's a solid indicator that, AMD is going to leave their consumer base behind to just NVIDIA and kind of let NVIDIA do what it wants over in the gaming scene. This kind of feels like the end for AMD and a new beginning for Radeon, if you will, with a focus on AI technologies and AI applications. This also announces, or to me, this also indicates that AMD has again waved the white flag and they've conceded to NVIDIA. They've admitted, hey, we'll never be able to produce a product that's superior to yours and that's also profitable and affordable. This has been a problem for AMD, since they acquired Radeon. So they've tapped out, they've given up, they've understood, hey, this is a battle that we can't win, it's not worth winning anymore. Let's prioritize the areas that we're actually doing good at, and that's again in their data centers. AMD looks to ready themselves at the top, right? Like they want to be the go-to for AI technologies and be the provider for AI applications or AI solutions for applications that rely on artificial intelligence. But let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think of this announcement that AMD has made the other day or on November 4th? If whenever you're watching this, it was made on November 4th. But let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think? Does this really spell the end for AMD's graphics card division? Will this mean that AI will be their top priority even with their graphics cards? Like, will we see new AI applications in conjunction with RDNA 4 graphics cards? Let me know down in the comment section below. Like this video if you haven't yet, and if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button for me with the notification bell turned on. We're on our way to 10K, so if you'd like to join us along that journey, hit subscribe down below. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. I do hope to catch you on the next one. So until then, be easy.